So what is up, guys? Today we are going to discuss about the probable GPU performance of the upcoming Apple Silicon Max or Apple Silicon processors. So without any further ado, let's begin. So recently the 2020 iPad Air was made available to purchase from Amazon, Apple.com and all the other major e-commerce websites. So this iPad Air 2020 is rocking the vanilla A14 chip. It's not the A14 Bionic chip which we are getting in the iPhone 12 lineup. It's the vanilla A14 chip. So as people, YouTubers and everybody got their hands on this iPad, they started to benchmark it using Geekbench 5. So we will not focus on the CPU benchmarks, we will only focus on the metal score. So this iPad has the metal score of 12,520, which is a pretty good score, like very nice, cause this score beats the 2020 iPad Air, which is $150 more expensive compared to the iPad Air 2020, which is and this iPad Pro 2020 is rocking the A12Z Bionic chip, which to be honest is a pretty darn powerful processor. In WWDC 2020, Apple even ran Shadow of the Tomb Raider on this processor on integrated graphics, and I think those of you guys who are into gaming, they all know Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's a pretty well known game and it's a pretty heavy game. Even good discrete graphics card are not able to run this game properly, but the A12Z Bionic chip ran this game pretty well on low settings, I think 720p, and the metal score of the A12Z chip is 11,743, which is, you can say, like 800 points less compared to the 2020 iPad Air. And to see the probable performance of the A14X chip or the future upcoming Apple Silicon processors, we will see the difference between the previous iPads and the previous iPhones, the difference between the A12 and the A12X chip and A10 Fusion chip, which was present in the iPhone 7, versus A10X chip, which is present in the iPad Pro of that particular year. So the metal score of the iPhone XS Max was 5,325, and the metal score of the iPad Air, sorry, the iPad Pro 2018, which was rocking the A12X chip, was 10,903. So the GPU performance doubled. So you could say that was a pretty massive leap, and the difference between the iPhone 7, which was rocking the A10 Fusion chip, is, we will see it in the future. So the metal score was 3,115, which was good for that time, cause Android devices were not even near to this. Let's not get into that. And the score of the iPad Pro, which was rocking the A10X chip, the metal score was 6,953, or you could take it as 7,000, a pretty good score. So again, the performance was double. So a few minutes earlier, I showed you the metal score of the A14 chip or the vanilla A14 chip, which is present inside the iPad Air 2020. So it had the metal score of 1520. So to calculate the score of the A14X chip, uh, we will take the sweet spot of 2.5x performance gain. So we'll multiply the score of the A14 chip to 2.5, then we will get 31,300 metal score, which to be honest is a B score. As you can see here, the 5500M, the AMD Radeon Pro 5500M, which is present in the MacBook Pro 16. You could configure your MacBook Pro 16 with this processor. I don't know which one it is, the 4 GB variant or the 8 GB variant. To be safe, we will take it as the 4 GB variant. So this is present inside the highest spec version of the 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro. So it has the metal score of 28,744, which is lesser than the probable score of the A14X chip. So that's a pretty beastly score. And we also need to consider that this chip will go inside an iPad Pro or a 12-inch MacBook, which could potentially be revived, or a normal MacBook Air. So for that, this thing is pretty good. And now as we see, the performance was 2.5x of the performance of the A14 chip or the metal score. So 2.5 into the metal score of A14 chip will get you 31,300 points. So if we want to calculate the probable GPU performance of a more powerful device, so we will take the redesigned MacBook Pro 16-inch, which could potentially be launched in the second or third quarter of 2021 as a candidate. And we till date don't know will it come with a discrete graphics card or integrated graphics. We will assume it will come with integrated graphics, so we could assume that we will assume that Apple will make the performance 2x of the A14X chip, cause that would be a sweet spot. So we will get a score of 62,600, and man, that's a beastly score. So as we can see, it beats the AMD Radeon Pro 5700 XT in terms of metal score and is almost close to AMD Sapphire Radeon RX 5700 XT. I suppose the 16 GB version, which is, to be honest, is a beast graphics card. Um, for some examples, what you can do with a graphics card are, you can do 2K 120 FPS gaming using that graphics card. You could also do 120 FPS 4K video editing using that graphics card. So I think by now you have got a pretty good idea what kind of graphics card is the 5700 XT 16 GB variant. It's a beast. So that's it for today's video. Comment down below if you want a video on the probable performance of Apple Silicon processors, and please do not forget to like this video if you found this video helpful, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out any of my future videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.